So Rick Sanchez just posted an interview with Larry King that was, apparently it was his last interview. And he talked about how he led a good life and how he doesn't want to die, but, you know, he knows that he will. Here's Jerry Seinfeld and Larry King.
Lasted how long?
9 years. 180 episodes.
You gave it up, right?
I did.
They didn't cancel you. You canceled them.
You're not aware of this?
No, I'm asking you.
You think I got canceled? Are you under the impression that I got canceled?
I hurt you, Jerry?
I thought that was pretty well documented.
Don't most shows
is this still CNN?
Don't most shows go down a little?
Most people do also. Yeah, no, I went off the air. I was the #1 show on television, Larry.
You were.
You know who I am?
Jewish guy, Brooklyn.
Yes.
Okay.
75 million viewers last episode.
What you? Don't take it so bad.
Well, that's the big difference between being canceled and being #1.
Okay, I'm sorry. We'll be right back.
Jeez.
B-movie open. B-movie
Can you
open.
get a resume in here for me?
B-movie open
I can go
tomorrow.
over?
No, hey, we'll be right back.
So here's the final interview of Larry King. It's with Rick Sanchez, RT. Let's see, 719-237-3808. That doesn't sound legit to me. Fuck you. Okay, it's loading here. Let's just refresh it. Oh,
if you shop on Amazon, you can use this tool. It's a browser extension that
Larry King's last never-before-aired interview.
I never forgot where I came from.
Never forgot where I came from.
To this minute, I never forgot where I came from. So I'm 85 years old, but I'm the kid from Brooklyn. I left Brooklyn.
He's Jimmy from the
Brooklyn
block.
Never left me. So that's part of my soul.
He left Brooklyn, but Brooklyn never left
being curious.
Larry King. Larry King is as Brooklyn as you can get.
Games. All my friends would want autographs. I would want to ask questions. Someone asked me, if you had interviewed Osama bin Laden, what would you ask him? Well, the stupidest first question would be, in my opinion, why'd you bomb all those people? Because then you get them on the defense. No, you want, what do I want when I'm interviewing Osama bin Laden? Information. I want to know about him.
Why'd you bomb all them people,
So my
Osama?
question would be, you were born into one of the richest families in Saudi Arabia. Why'd you leave? Why'd you go live in caves? Now, I'm going to get to his motivation. And I learned this a long time ago. Nobody thinks they're bad. Hitler didn't get up in the morning, comb his hair, and say, I am an evil, terrible person. Osama bin Laden had a goal. Now, where it manifests itself, we're going to learn as we go along in the interview how he got to be where he was, how he felt about doing this. But I'm going to find out about him and then the event. First him and then the event. If I go to the event first, I'm going to have a tough time learning about him.
So apparently Larry King had died not of COVID-19, but of the sepsis that set in. His body was fighting COVID-19, and actually that's how most COVID-19 deaths happen. Not from the virus itself, but from sepsis, from the body attacking it. So they said that he beat it. He beat COVID-19, but it took its toll on his body. And an unrelated infection is eventually what's going to take him out. So it wasn't COVID-19, but if he didn't have COVID-19, he'd still be alive today. His body fought against it, weakened his body, and then, you know, some common flu apparently came in and took him out. He beat heart disease, lung cancer, prostate cancer, diabetes. 2019, he was in a coma for weeks after suffering a stroke. 85 years young. 85 years young. Here's Dave Rubin.
Yeah. But that gets to what you were saying about this sort of partisan way of just, you pick your side, and that's sort of where we're at. And these guys aren't going to dinner with each other anymore or any of these things.
You know any Republican moderates? I grew up with a lot of them.
Yeah.
New York Herald Tribune. There's some great...
Hold on just for 1 second. Now, this is great because he doesn't know what to say.
Yeah.
His legend. Dave Rubin, who is literally making the case like we can't really... And I'm not convinced...
Oh, he's got a phone.
Now let me show you.
Yeah, show us his phone. This old...
Samsung makes it. I visited that company in Korea.
Yeah.
Samsung
and it's ringing right now.
It is.
So Larry King was doing a demonstration, I guess, to talk about how archaic he is. He's just got this stupid flip phone. And so he gets the flip phone, his assistant hands him the flip phone, and then while he's sitting there talking, the phone rings. Dave Rubin laughs, but you could tell that Larry King is like, you know, I'm just talking to this guy here. It's not like, you know, the cameras are running, but shit, people got to live their lives, and it was an important, you know, phone call. So, what an asshole, too. What kind of fucking dickhead would call when you're in the middle of doing, oh, hey, yeah, no, I'm on the Carson show, you fucking asshole!
What is he, like, is he an person for Samsung now? Is that...
Dave Rubin laughs. And Larry King sat there for a moment or two, like, should I pick it up? And he's like, all right, I'll answer it.
Hey, Cannon, where are you?
I just got back to school from our game.
Oh, you didn't have a game today?
We have two. I think that.
So Dave Rubin is shocked, absolutely shocked. We're live. This is being broadcast live in here. He's just, what did he just say? He didn't have a tennis game or badminton, what?
Dave can't believe he took a phone call in the middle of his thing. And
I got a list. You got a doubleheader this coming Saturday.
What is he, like, is he a
Hello?
person for Samsung now?
Hey, Cannon, where are you?
I just got back to school from our game.
Oh, you didn't have a game today?
We have two. I think that.
Dave can't believe he took a phone call
for like 4 minutes. For like 4 minutes, he's going to go on.
You got a doubleheader this coming Saturday.
Talking about some game. A friend is part of a doubleheader game.
How did you do?
Dave Rubin is shocked. He just is unsettled.
Did you hear that? Go back.
He whispered, hey, Larry, we're live. Larry, we're live right now.
Larry doesn't seem to have any desire to continue this conversation with Dave Rubin.
Dave warns him 20 seconds.
Sam is taking too much pleasure. This is, you know,
okay.
Larry King is Dave Rubin's hero.
Yeah, we had a doubleheader today, too.
How did you do?
Larry.
He whispered. Yeah, nobody can hear. I don't want to interrupt your phone.
Oh, that's great.
Larry's in no hurry. Rubin doesn't know what to do.
That's a .333 batting average, Cannon. Well, I'm doing David Rubin's podcast now. I'm on his show, and while talking to you, the audience is watching me talk to you. Oh, wow. Camden, you're a star. You could do 10 minutes when you open the refrigerator.
You know, I would love to do my own podcast.
He wants to do his own podcast.
I'll bring him in.
He's going to be 20 years old. I'll bring him here. He's a great kid. All right, Ken, when am I going to see you? Tonight I'm tied up. Tomorrow I got to do that. How about Thursday? How about Friday night?
Sounds good.
All right.
I am driving home now.
The night before your doubleheader.
Are you going to go?
I'll be at both games.
All right. They're both going to be 7 innings, not 9.
Okay, I'll be there. I love you, Cannon.
Now watch, look at Dave Rubin. He's just like...
Okay.
Oh, why do I
Talk to you tomorrow.
Oh, David!
What?
Dave!
Edit this part out. It's
What?
live, but it's YouTube, right?
No, what?
The Dodgers got Mookie Betts.
The guy keeps
Today?
talking.
That's great. The Dodgers got Mookie Betts and David Price today.
You're breaking news for me, man.
That's tremendous. Who did they give up for them?
He's mad.
We gave up Josh Peterson for the
David's pissed. He's trying to make a joke about it.
And we gave up
Oh, the Dodgers picked Mookie, okay. We're on the Reuben report
That's
here.
two pretty good players. Get to my
That's a
head
fantastic power dynamic
going to be a
because
star.
young and old, right
Is someone
winger,
from the
left
Angels to
winger.
the Red Sox?
We're on the. Look at him. Those fingers, like, I think right now he could crack a walnut. Watch it point here. Oh, yeah!
Wow.
He's hiding it! He's hiding it!
Cannon, you-
Go back. He's hiding it behind the drink. Like, right there, he's got his knuckles, I think, so hard. I feel like if he had a walnut in his hand, he would crack it right there. He's so angry. But watch, he's trying to...
We'll come back to this shot in for there's 2 minutes, 3 minutes
So
of
I'm
this
curious about
last interview.
people. I think RT is an underrated channel. They really do a lot of good things. They got this bad misnomer like Russia controls them. It's baloney. I have never, ever had a guest that they didn't run. I've had Putin criticized 3 times a week. They have never shut that down. They're really nice people to work for. They don't deserve the image they got that there's some sort of foreign entity. I don't think they're a foreign entity.
Hey, the word retire, does it even exist in your vocabulary?
As I asked Milton Berle once, "You going to retire?" And he said, "To what?" What would I do?
What would I do? Larry King, born Lawrence Harvey Ziegler, born November 19th, 1933, 4 years after the Wall Street crash that would cause the American Great Depression. He's an American TV radio host. Awards include 2 Peabodys and Emmy, 10 Cable ACE Awards. He's hosted over 50,000 interviews. King was a WMBM radio interviewer in the Miami area in the 1950s and 60s, gained prominence 1978 as the host of the Larry King Show, an all-night nationwide call-in radio program heard on the Mutual Broadcasting System. From 1985 to 2010, he hosted the nightly interview television program Larry King Live on CNN. King hosted Larry King Now from 2012 to 2020, which airs on Hulu, Aura TV, and RT America. He hosted Politicking with Larry King, a weekly political talk show on the same 3 channels from 2013 to 2020. Larry King also appeared in television series and films, usually playing himself.
I do. So I'm 85. I've lived a long life. I've beaten so many health issues. I've had heart attack, bypass surgery, prostate cancer, lung surgery. I recently got diagnosed with leukemia, but it was chronic, not acute. So I take a pill every day, and I have to watch myself. I get a little shortness of breath sometimes. You know, you don't get younger, but I still love the day. What's going to happen today? And when you're curious, and by the way, the whole key to success to me is curiosity. You lose curiosity, there's no reason. But I'm so curious as to who's going to win today. What's going to happen tomorrow? What is this all about? What the hell is Brexit? Here's what I'd like my obit to read.
He said this is what he wants his obituary to read. The last interview, he's talking about his obituary, so he kind of knew that maybe he felt like he was dying.
Here's what I'd like my obit to read. Oldest man in the history of the world passed away today. Shot by a jealous husband. It took 3 weeks to wipe the smile off his know I'm going to go, but I don't want to go. But I think I'm proud of what I've done.
It's very prescient.
To hide the point, when he pulls up with the drink, he's doing that exclusively to go like, what are you doing? Watch.
Angels, we got a rookie. He was a rookie last year. He's an infielder. He's a Dominican guy.
Wow. Cannon, you bring me great news.
Larry doesn't give up.
That's great, Cannon. Thank you for this, and the audience here thanks you.
Well, tell them anytime.
He says, tell him anytime. Okay, Cannon, baby, I love you. Talk to you tomorrow.
I love you.
Bye. Well, folks, the Dodgers got Mookie Betts.
We can talk about that. That's actually interesting.
David Price and Jock Peterson went to the Angels three-way trade.
See, you are a newsman.
Advertisement break. Ultimate Software and UKG.com.
There you go. Oh my gosh.
So, okay, maybe not. Was that 4 minutes? How long was that? That did seem to take, maybe it's 2 minutes, but it's still kind of, yeah, hold on. No, let me see. Let me take my time here. I want to. So there's a couple tidbits here. He was born in Brooklyn, New York City, 1933. One of two children of Jenny, something Gitlitz, a gourmet worker, a garment worker who was born in Minsk or Vilnius, the Russian Empire. Minsk? Is that Russia? Why does that feel like Belarus? Yeah, Minsk. So Larry King is Belarusian. Did he even talk about the riots that are going on in Belarus? Anyways. So his mother was Belarusian and his father was Aaron Zieger, a restaurant owner and defense plant worker who was born in Kolomyia, Austria-Hungary, or Pinsk, the Russian Empire. Pinsk and Minsk? Are you kidding me? That's in Belarus too. So Larry King is as Belarusian as you can get. Weird. This Belarusian never said shit. His parents were Orthodox Jews who immigrated to the U.S. from Belarus in the 1930s. Okay, there you go. His father died of a heart attack when he was 9 years old. And then King, his mother's brother, went on government welfare. He was greatly affected by his father's death. After graduating high school, he worked to help support his mother. From an early age, he desired to work in radio broadcasting. He was arrested in 1971 for something. Anyway, let's just find some clips. Can we just... Larry King clips. Let's see. Conan O'Brien. It says, how did he pick his last name? Okay, that's pretty good. How did Larry King pick his last name? Conan O'Brien show.
King is not your real last name, is that right? What is your real last name?
Zeiger. I was born with the name Lawrence Harvey Zeiger, Z-E-I-G-E-R, and I got the name King in a funny way. My first day on the radio, all my life I've dreamed of being on the radio. This was my... I never wanted to be anything else but a broadcaster. Mm-hmm. And finally I get hired at a small station in Miami Beach. Finally, my dreams come true, and I get a job. I'm going to start Monday morning as a disc jockey. And all weekend I'm nervous, and I'm practicing, and it's 8:45, small radio station. The general manager calls me, and he says, well, you ready? I said, I'm ready. He says, this is your big day. You're starting radio. I was 22 years old. Yes. He says, what name are you going to use? I says, Larry Zeiger. He says, you can't use that. I said, why? He said, well, it's ethnic. People won't know how to spell it. They won't remember it. Mm-hmm. I said, well, what? I'm nervous enough. And he had the Miami Herald open. It was an ad for King's Wholesale Liquors. And he said,
wait a minute.
That's what the ad was, King's Wholesale Liquors, 1925 Alton Road. He says, why don't you take Larry King?
So you're named after a sale on booze.
I am named after a fast liquor sale.
Wow.
You could have been Larry Wholesale Liquors.
I know, that could have been. It could have been a lot worse. He's right. It could have been a lot worse.
Andy, you know I love you.
I know. I love you.
And you know why your career hasn't bounced. Because you would have named the guy Larry,
Larry, and I tell you,
and that would have been funny for a week.
there would never happen.
There would
Four
never.
shut-ins that would have made me their hero for the
But
rest
there
of my
never
life.
would have been a Larry's Wholesale Liquor Live 10th anniversary.
Now, I should probably explain to the people at home, these two have had a bit of a running feud going. Whenever they come on the show, there's a bit of a feud.
I don't know what it is. There's
No,
something about him.
It's a bit of a feud between these two.
Oh, he's funny.
Yeah, but you know something, Larry?
I love him. He's funny.
It got a little ugly last time. I don't know if you remember this, but I think we should show it again.
Okay.
Can we show this clip, please, Dana? I thought it got a little ugly last time. Maybe I'm crazy. A clip of that time with Andy, please.
I got a great idea. We're going to do a show.
Okay.
We're going to have both of you on together.
Oh, that'd be nice.
And we'll talk to a star and a sidekick. Okay? Star, sidekick. Okay? This show is a step up. Right?
Yeah.
So I come in, I meet a Neanderthal. Hey, proud of it. He's proud of it. You don't really need it. You are a star. And what exactly does he do?
You want to know what I do?
This is what I
Andy Richter ripped off Larry King's prosthetic head fake and kicked it.
This is what I do.
Fun to you people. That got us into so much trouble with CNN. It was hours getting your head back on. We had to beg you to come back.
Beg me? Still not right.
I just think...
I still get a little quick.
I think we should take a break right now. I think you two should just cement this thing once and for all. We'll come back more with Larry King. We'll see you in a second.
So there you go. 1993.